Hello everybody, how is it going? I am Lucas and today we're going to be looking at an album from prog metal legends Dream Theater called Distance Over Time, which that's actually the equation for speed now that I think about it. Here is some stuff I ripped off of Wikipedia about the album. Musically, Dream Theater wanted this album to be tight and focused. They wanted a heavier sound than The Astonishing, which my farts were heavier than The Astonishing. At Wits End was actually the first song that they had written. They actually wrote the whole album in 18 days, which is actually pretty quick. And I think they should stick to that formula. More on that in a second. And they compared this to writing for a Train of Thought, which is nowhere near the level of Train of Thought. That's one of my top 5 albums of all time, but it seems that they had pretty good success with this. The album is only 57 minutes long, not including the bonus track, and it's actually their shortest album ever since Images and Words. It's actually only their third album to not include a song over 10 minutes, which is amazing because these guys love to write super long songs. And this is actually the first album to include lyrics from none other than Mike Mangini. Yes, Mike finally got himself some lyric credits. Alright, so let's move on to the album. So the very first song is Untethered Angel. This track opens up the album with Petrucci's clean electric and acoustic guitar going on. It sounds nice. Sounds nice and lush, and then you get that opening riff that kicks off the album, which is pretty hard and driving. But the very beginning of this song, it's very weak and it's very wimpy. I don't like it a lot, very much. It's just kind of like blah. It's okay. The chorus comes off a tiny bit cheesy, but don't get mad at me yet. It picks up greatly in the second half. We have a little instrumental break right in the middle. We have some solos going on. After the instrumental break, it picks up and it gets really good, and it drives the song really hard. It drives it really home. After each chorus, I like the guitar riff that kicks in right there because it sounds really cool, and it's pretty much throughout the entire song that happens. I guess I kind of don't really like when the lyrics kick in, I guess you could say. But anyway, that is going to be it for Untethered Angel. So moving on to the next one is Paralyzed. This one starts off with a cool riff from John Petrucci on his baritone guitar. It's nice and low and thick. It opens up really cool. This song kind of suffers from the same thing that Untethered Angel did. The chorus sounds kind of weak. The first beginning part of the song is kind of weak and wimpy. But once you have the solos and the chorus, once you have the solos and the instrumental break in the middle, it kicks up and it's really awesome. Coming up next is Fall Into the Light. This is a song written by Mr. John May Young. And it starts off with a cool 80s sounding riff. I could have swore I've heard this riff before, but I can't exactly place it. The middle of the song has this epic acoustic laid back acoustic section. Jordan Rudess gets some solos going in. And at the end of the song, John Petrucci goes off on guitar and he starts doing some crazy hammer-on and pull-up stuff. It sounds really, really, really cool. And then at the very end of the song, they do their patented super long tom fill, super long guitar fill. It's like, they do that at the very end of the song. Falling Into Light is just a little bit step up from the first 2 tracks on the album. Have to say that. So the next song up is Barstool Warrior. This has to be my least favorite song on the album. I don't really like the chorus for some reason. It kind of sounds like a pop song. Actually, I just realized this. It kind of sounds like some of the church songs that I've played in the past, now that I realize it. For some reason, I don't know, I just don't really care for this chorus. John Petrucci plays a lot of cool lead lines in this song. He plays them all through the song and they sound really great. But that's the cool part of this song, but the other elements of it just don't really gel all that well for me. It comes off as kind of cheesy. Lyrically, it's about a guy who's sitting in a bar and he's talking to everybody because he drinks too much, I guess. But like I said, one of my least favorite songs on this album. But redemption is coming because Room 137 is the best song on this album. And take a wild guess who wrote this song. Yes, that is right. Mike Mangini wrote this song. The opening riff of this song kind of sounds like The Beautiful People from Marilyn Manson, which is really cool. And this album, the song itself lyrically is about a guy who he's either in a mental asylum or he's like trapped in this place and he's trying to get answers. But he knows that Room 137 has the answers for him. I believe that's where it's going lyrically. It's really cool. It's different than a lot of the other songs that are on here. I kind of wish more of the songs on here were kind of in this vein. I guess you could say this is the heaviest song on this album. Is 137. Best song on the album. The next song up is S2N, which stands for signal to noise ratio. It's kind of it's a thing that Amazon created. Just look it up and it'll give you a better explanation than what I'm gonna be able to explain it. But anyway, this is kind of their Rush song. Because it's kind of about science stuff, and it has a very big open chorus, sort of kind of like how a lot of Rush songs sound. Actually, Mae Young and John Petrucci wrote this song together, which is cool. John sharing the writing credits, which is awesome because it actually makes this album a lot better. JP has an insane solo in here. He plays a billion notes. He sets the world on fire like he normally does. The end of the song is awesome because it has this very like slow headbang. It's like dow bow 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 da 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 da, which it sounds awesome. I wish he would have put more riffs like that in here. And then Jordan Rudess goes off on the keys right here. Another good strong song. Love these two songs. Then moving on, At Wit's End. This is Labrie actually wrote the lyrics to the song. This is the first Labrie song we get on this album. This is one of the very first songs that they actually wrote for this album. It isn't one of my favorite songs on the album per se. It starts with a very Liquid Tension Experiment vibe going on to, which is really nice because I love LT. This is the longest song on the album at 9 minutes and 21 seconds, which if you're a big diehard fan of Dream Theater like I am, they've written 20-minute songs. So 9 minutes is usually in their wheelhouse. Like I said before, it starts off really heavy. It has an epic chorus. JP has another ripping solo. The song itself is basically over at about 6 minutes and 30 seconds, but they kind of keep it going and they drag it out. And it has the longest fade out of any song I've ever heard. It kind of starts fading out at like 8 minutes, like 8 minutes and 30 seconds. It starts fading out and it fades and fades and fades and goes away. And then it comes back up and it has like this little quiet little melody thing going on, which the ending of this song kind of baffles me. It's really weird. So right after Wit's End, the next song we have up is called Out of Reach. This is the second Labrie lyric song that we have on the album, and this has got to be my second least favorite song on the album. It starts off very quiet with just guitar and piano, and the lyrics are very, very cheesy. It kind of reminds me of Labrie's solo album, which I actually like a lot of his solo albums. They're really good, but this song is super quiet, and then everyone kicks in. I say everyone, mainly just Mae Young and the rhythm section. Mae Young and Mangini come in way at the end of the song. And the only thing that really sticks out in my mind about it is how cheesy the lyrics are. That's the only thing I can really think of. And it's like super quiet in the beginning, and then it kicks up, like I said before, and it just it works for where it is on the album pacing wise because it's a little bit more chilled out, but I don't really like it all. Moving on to the next song, which is the final song on the album, if it's not the bonus edition, which is Pale Blue Dot. This closing track is actually a musical tribute to Carl Sagan. If you don't know who Carl Sagan was, he was an astronomer, he was an educator, he was a big science educator who inspired guys like Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson. And at the very beginning, you can hear Carl in the background giving some of the speeches. Carl has been showing up on a lot of prog albums lately, which is crazy because he was on the Contortionist album too, and it kind of has like some sci-fi sense going on, and you got kind of like an astronaut kind of breathing going on. This song is actually really cool. It's lyrically, it's about, we're a big blue ball moving through space, but we watch over everything, but who's watching over us so that we don't destroy ourselves. It's also it has a harder edge song. It's one of the harder songs on the album, which is great. I think this is like my second favorite song on the album. It's big, it's epic, it's a great ending song for the normal album. But the album that I had the bonus track on it, which was the bonus track is called Viper King. Viper King starts off with this really cool funky riff from Jordan Rudess, like do 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 do, and then it kicks in. The whole song kind of keeps that funky vibe to it. JP and JR have this killer solo going on in it. The song itself kind of makes you want to dance. It kind of has that feel to it. It's like Room 137. It does have a very different feel from the rest of the album. Alright, we have completed the album. What are my thoughts on the album as a whole? This album is a lot better than The Astonishing. I'm one of the biggest Dream Theater fans you're gonna find, and I thought The Astonishing was their worst album to date. I did not like it at all. I think I might have listened to it 2 times. I know a lot of other people liked it, it just was not for me. This one, I like it a lot. I like the fact that John produced it well. Because on The Astonishing, all him and Jordan Rogers did was they played forever. They were just kind of throwing up. They needed to be reined in. Everybody on here is definitely reined in. Jordan Rogers does not overplay. The songs are nice and tight and compact, and it made for a very good album. Some of the parts, like in Untethered, Angel, and Paralyzed, they come off as very cheesy. They're pretty much a stereotypical thing that a lot of people don't like about Dream Theater. Those elements kind of show up in there, but it gets better on like Room 137, S2N, Pale Blue Dot. Those are all some of the strongest songs on this album. So, what rating would I give this album? I'm gonna have to give it a 3.5 out of 5. This is a very good follow-up to The Astonishing. It kind of makes you forget how bad The Astonishing was. This is the return to normal Dream Theater. See, if you're a fan of them before and you like The Astonishing, you probably are gonna like this. If you've liked the couple of albums past Mike Portnoy era, you probably are gonna enjoy this. If you're a die-hard fan from way back in the day, you may like it. There's some elements in it. If you like more of the metal elements of Dream Theater, you probably may not like it a whole lot. I mean, you do have some of those hard elements in there, but it still is a little, finds its way back into prog roots. But enough about what I think. What do you think? Do you think this album is better than The Astonishing? Do you think this is a good follow-up? Let me know in the comments down below. As for me, I'm gonna have to be out. Peace.